morning from India. So I have to make this joke about Baptists. So how many people like getting the blessings from God from the pulpit? Hearing God's word proclaimed and getting the best you can get. Christian? I do. How many people like the leftovers of God? You've never heard of leftover? Yeah, me too, but this is going somewhere. So us people in the front get the Holy Spirit as it flows off. You people in the back get what everybody left over. Just saying. So, telling the boys in the back this morning, no offense to Brother Keith. I'm Brother Keith, by the way. In case you don't know, it's Keith Thompson, South Asian People's Indian IMB. Keith Thompson. But I was telling the boys in the back that I can't preach up there because that's where the holy people are. And so I stay down here on the floor and move around because I get really, really nervous when I talk. And so if you don't mind, I stay down here and I'll let Brother Keith stay up there because he's awesome. And I'm not. So we just sang a song. Okay, so this is there are more people inside that circle, and India's in that circle, India, China, than there are outside the circle. Just to put it into perspective. And the city that we live in is in a psalm. We just sang a song. I have decided to follow Jesus, hymn number 305. If you want to look for it, it says a psalm. So that means that's when the song was written. And so the city that I live in is in a psalm. And it's Guwahati. And in Guwahati, the population is roughly anywhere between 750,000 people to 1.5 million people in the size of downtown Columbia. Not greater Columbia, but downtown Columbia. Okay? There's 2.5 million people in the state of South Carolina. Put it in perspective. And in my city, there's 75 to 100, 1.5 million. Okay? Get your mind wrapped around that. I don't know how they lose that many people between 750,000 to 1.5 million, but really when you're that close together, you can lose that. In the Northeast, where I live, you look at India like this, it'll look like India. I live in Thumb. Okay? The Northeast where I live, there are roughly 55 to 65 million people. Out of that, roughly 2% of that is Christian. Okay? The colors here, these are the different tribal people. The song, where we just sung, I decided to call it Jesus comes from these people, Jaros. And every time, I'm not giving you my thing, but I need to borrow you for this. Every time you go into a new village, if you're a special speaker, which, you know, if y'all come out there, Brother Keith would be special. And they would do this. Because every tribe had their own particular ones, and they would give you this, and they would say that you were special, and that's how they would honor you. Again, you can't have mine. Because I don't do much work with these people, so I have this one, and it's special. But these are various slides of India, the various things I've seen, the various things that we've done, and picture's a lot better over there than it is over there. Don't really know why that is. But all you people in the back shouldn't have any problem seeing that. Back there. So, but Brother Keith wanted me to come and talk about India and talk about things we do. On there you'll see in a minute ARLDF. ARLDF is Asian Rural Life Development Foundation. That is our platform, if you will. That's how we get in the country, to stay in the country, because you can't get as a machine. Have to go as something else. And so that's how we provide low-cost water filters for villages, because all of India, the water is terrible to drink. People get sick and die, and most people get sick and sicker and sicker and sicker. They have expensive water filters that you can run off electricity, but again, when you can barely afford to buy clean water, how can you afford to buy it? Which is very strange, because just about everybody has a cell phone. Or satellite dish on top of their shack, but that's just, I haven't figured that out. And so that's the extent of it. And so that is what we have. But today, if y'all don't mind, I would like to share God's word with you, because that's really why we're here. And that's why we go there, and that's why you go to Uruguay. I was like, I'm not going to pronounce that right. That's my uncle, by the way. So this is what they think they are, big Harley motorcycle riders, because all of them ride motorcycles. And this is coming up is just what you'll actually see. I'm stopping here because I think this is fun. Imagine a couple million people ride through your city on scooters. That's what it looks like all the time. But today, if you have your Bible with you, we are going to be reading in 1 Samuel chapter. 1 Samuel. We're just going to be in 1 Samuel. We're just going to hang out in 1 Samuel. If you have your Bible with you, we need to raise you up so I can see that you have your Bible with you. Don't raise up a hymnal, because I will know the difference there or that fellow. Very good, very good, very good to see. Because this is one of the things they ask in church, is they ask to see if you have your Bible, which I don't really understand, because most of them can't read. And the Hindi translation of the Bible is pretty much. We're still working on them, various Wycliffe is there. Other version of Wycliffe is there. They work in Indian Bible Society and everybody is trying to translate the Bible into a more common language so they can understand it. But we will be in 1 Samuel. I'm going to borrow a couple of people, so you and you, I know, will all be in my various things. This is how we tell the story of the Bible. And sorry about the keep. Which, by the way, if y'all don't know, by this time in 1 Samuel, Saul had multiple marbles, and it's pretty much throwing spears at everybody. I get told all the time, I can never do what you do. Why do you do this? Why do you go to England, where the streets flood? You can keep showing it. It's not going to hurt my feelings, but unless you want to stop at the motorcycle, okay. That's okay. We're going to show that at the end. Why do you do what you do in India? Where they don't want you there because they're all Hindus. Hinduism basically has a billion gods. God. God. Yet another Hindu god. This is what Hinduism. This is Hinduism. They believe that you worship things. They worship various gods, and gods take various forms and various things. They worship the tree outside in Hinduism. It's not exactly that it's brawl, the brawls. That's why you're saying what I understand. I'm correct. Pay attention. And there's Hindus, everybody's Hindu. There's very few Christians. But then there's a lot of Muslims. It's very cold right there, and I was trying to figure out why it's very cold right there. In India, so this, on that day specifically, I was walking to, language class. And I took this picture of those guys. Somebody asked for it. Better. I can talk louder. I can use my preach voice to talk louder. He doesn't have to do that. Okay. God, language class. I was going to language class. In that picture, it was 42 degrees centigrade. I was walking to class, standing on the coastline. 42 degrees centigrade. When we left India, it was 48 degrees centigrade in our city. It's about 130 degrees for those who can't do math. We live on a big major river that makes, it's about 4 miles wide. Like, maybe probably about where we are. It's so uber duper hot, and uber duper humid. And so 48 degrees, which is about 140 degrees. And then humid on top of that, just, everybody's like, why would you go there? Like, it's just like home if people are brown and they have trash all over the place. But that's India. That's what we do. You want to make sure you get a picture. I can never do what you do. But you can. I need another microphone.
They're up there. We're
It
good.
doesn't matter. I just need somebody to read. I'm being a good Indian preacher. Indian preachers don't read the passage. Number 11. They literally call somebody randomly and say, read the passage.
This is gonna be fun.
So we will be in 1 Samuel chapter 22. And we'll be reading verses 6 through 19.
Now Saul, David and his men had been discovered, and Saul was seated, spear in hand, under the
Under a tree.
on the hill at Gibeah, with all his officials standing at his side. He said to them, "Listen, men of Benjamin, will the son of Jesse give all of you fields and vineyards? Will he make all of you commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds? Is that why you have all conspired against me? No one tells me when my son makes a covenant with the son of Jesse. None of you is concerned about me, or tells me that my son has incite my servant to lie and wait for me, as he does today. But
Doeg,
Doeg the Edomite, who was standing with Saul's officials, said, I saw the son of Jesse come to Emmet, son of
that guy and that guy, no. In the middle of there.
Amalek, inquired of the Lord for him. He also gave him provisions and the sword of Goliath the Philistine.
And that's literally what they do. And then they call somebody else to finish reading. I'm going to turn this off now. So here's what happened. In India, you tell stories to give people the word. You have King Saul. He's almighty, high, potentate. He's got his spear, and he's hanging out under a tree. And so in Native American cultures, I'm not so much certain that I'm still researching this to find out. In Native American cultures, the guy who you have to have a talking stick. Literally, that's what it says in Native American culture. Native American culture, you have a talking stick, and whoever has the talking stick, usually the chief, is the only person allowed to talk. So, in this time in the Bible, some scholars believe that he's sitting there with his spear, and his spear is the symbol of his kingdom, and he's sitting there and he's saying, I am the king. Or it is the symbol of saying, I'm the only one allowed to talk. He's sitting there and he's talking, he's handling business amongst his court. It says that the sons of Jesse are sitting around him. Chapter 4, David goes and does this thing with Abimelech, the priest, in his city. And that's where he gets the sword of Goliath. Just a couple chapters before, he killed Goliath, chopped his head off, and took his sword. Not in that. Killed Goliath, took his sword, chopped his head off. Which is an Indian song about it. Just like before you hurt yourself or me with this nice, pretty Naga sword, the Nepali sword. So he's sitting there and he's got his spear and he says, why didn't y'all tell me that my son, Jonathan, is hanging out with Brother David? You see, in India, you act all this stuff out and you tell it, and that's how you tell the story. But, we're not in India, and they're just better looking than me. And so, why is my son Jonathan hanging out with David and conspiring against me to take over my throne? And so what do y'all say? I have no idea. But, Brother Doeg is sitting over here. Doeg is, chapter 4 we learn, is the chief herdsman for Saul's flocks. He's the man who keeps Saul's goats and sheep and various other things. We find out that he was at the temple where the priests were when David came and got the sword and food and various other things. And David lied. We find this out. And he stands up and he says, "Oh, Saul, great king, thou art awesome and great, and you have a big sword, and I don't want you to throw it at me. I saw David conspiring with Abimelech. That guy over there with the glasses. And he's a priest in this city of Nob. And the priest helped him. The priest gave him a sword. And this infuriates Saul. Infuriates. Big fancy English word meaning to make the man. So Saul, so the king sent messengers to summon Abimelech the priest and the sons of David and his fathers of his whole house, who were the priests in Nob, and all of them came to the king. And then Saul said, "Listen, son of Atta. And he said, I am at your service, my Lord. And so I asked him, why did you and Jesse's son conspire against me? Why did you and Jesse's son, David, conspire against me? Why are you trying to take my throne? You gave him bread and you gave him a sword and inquired and you prayed for this guy. Why are you praying for this guy? Inquired God for him, and so he had sinned and he raised up against me, and he waits in an ambush, and this is the case of the game. And the priest, I speak multiple languages. I study Greek and Hebrew and Semitic. I still can't pronounce this. That guy, the priest, replied to the king, and who among all of your servants is more faithful than David? He is the king's son-in-law. He is the captain of your bodyguard. He is honored in your house. And today is the first day, and was today the first day that I inquired? Was today the first day that I prayed for David? Of course not. Please don't let the king make an accusation against your servant or any of my father's house, for your servant did not have any idea about all of this. But the king said, you will die, Elimelech, you and your whole father's family. Your father's whole family. And the king ordered his guards that were around him to kill them because they sided with David. And for because he had to have known, because he was conspiring with David, that David was against him. And so the guard said, no, we're not going to touch God's priests. You didn't do that. Don't do that now. And so the king said to Doeg, here is my spear, Doeg. Go wipe him out. Now, yes, I'm paraphrasing him here. You don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt. Go kill them all. And Doeg the Edomite went and executed the priest himself. And on that day he killed 85 men who wore the linen ephod. He also struck down in the city of the priests with his sword, both men, women, children, infants, oxen, donkeys, and sheep. You say, what in the world does that passage of Scripture have to do with being obedient to God? How did King Saul get into this predicament? Look at that. How does King Saul get in this predicament? You're going to get the answer to this question. I talk, you talk. I talk, you talk. That's how this works. I ask a question, you ask a question. I ask a question, you ask a question. How did Saul get into this position of going crazy? He disobeyed God. What was he supposed to do in this one specific city called Ahab?
He was supposed to kill all the people and kill also the sheep and goat and donkeys. And instead, he took the spoils for himself.
Good job. He was supposed to kill them all. He was supposed to be obedient to the call of God. And so what happened? He did. He was not obedient. He was not obedient. Saul was not obedient. And then what happened? I took protection, his protection off. He took the protection off of him and placed it on the neck. And I can stop there and you can eat that away, and there's so much theological truth right there that I can stop, and Brother Keith and I and all the rest of your staff and all the rest of us could stay there forever and still not understand everything. But I'm not. I'm going to give you a little bit. How do I do what I do? Saw a priest. The guy starts with a name, just not coming out. That guy. He stood up against Saul. What did he say? He said, "But David, the most trusted man in your kingdom, David, I got to make sure that they pay attention. Take notes and pay attention. David is your bodyguard. But even more than that, he's the captain of all your body. Oh yeah, and he's your son-in-law. I'm a father of sons. I have two. I'm not a father of daughters. So those of you who are fathers of daughters, you know who you are. Would you just give your daughter to someone you don't trust? I heard one no. There's only one father's daughters in here? No. Trust. He trusts him with all that he needs. And now he's ready to run him through with the spear. Why? He's lost. He's forgotten what it is to be obedient to God. He's forgotten what it is to get up and just do the obedience and follow God. So now it's everybody else's fault. And so the priest is standing over there trying to remind King Saul, come on, brother, you just have to be obedient. Just be obedient to God. I'm praying for your son-in-law, I'm praying for this, and I'm asking God to protect him because he's your son-in-law, because he's the most protected, loved person in the kingdom. Just, all I want you to turn and just realize that I'm just trying to be obedient to God and trying to be obedient to you. So I can't see this. Why? It was sin. So I make a joke if I start that I can't preach up there. I can preach up there, but I like to move around. There's not an AC unit up there, and so this is just great for someone who lives in 140-degree temperatures. I keep coming back to it. But the priest is just trying to tell Saul, come back and be holy. Come back to be righteous. Stop turning away. How do I do what I do? It's because I try to be obedient to God. And you do what you do. Trying to be obedient to God. Are there any trying to come back in the rock thing? Right state of right country. Any carpenters? Real life carpenters? Carpenters. I do not have a tape measure, and I want to cut a piece of wood this length. And I just eyeball it, am I going to get it right to build a church? No. Trying to use stuff that I know that you would know. Any surveyors? Surveying, you have this transit machine and you have plumb bob that gives you the corner. don't have that, you can't be obedient to follow the plan. You can just build a road and, well, 26 will start in Greenville and end up in California. We're supposed to end up in Charleston. You gotta follow the plan. You gotta be obedient to the call. You gotta be obedient to the plan of God. The priest is telling the king to be obedient. Because he's doing his job. He could have said, whoa, I didn't know that was going to do this. I didn't know that Saul had got kicked out of the great good graces of Saul. And I didn't know. David told me he was on a mission of God. He was on a mission of Saul. That's what David told me. That's what it says in chapter 20 and 20 and 21. And so he could have just stood up and said that, but no. He stood up and said, Saul, be obedient. I was obedient a minute ago when you told me to move it up. Sounded like it was deafening off, so I moved it up some more. Being obedient. I was obedient, kind of, when he told me to turn left on 290 at the QT and the Sphinx. Although I missed it and had to turn around and go back. I was obedient. I called us to India. Go teach, preach the gospel in India. God called you to. Did he call you to go to school and teach the gospel to your classmates? Did he call you to go to work and to teach them? Did he call you to go to Uzbekistan? He gets to the Uzbekistan. People who live in Uzbekistan, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, or go into the Himalayas. Yes, that's how you say it correctly. I had learned that. Himalayas, not the Himalayas, the Himalayas. We don't know what God's called us to do. We're still trying to figure it out about going back. Our children are little and they need some medical attention that we can't specifically get in here. So we're looking at various things, and I got a phone call the other day from a church way up in Montana. Way up in Montana. And he said, brother, you pray about coming here. I said, sure, I'll pray about it. He said, so I said, I'm just curious because I'm from South Carolina and we freak out when it gets below 40. So I just want to get this picture in my head. And I've been living in India, and well, I'm not certain if it's ever gotten to 40 Fahrenheit in India. So just want to make sure that I understand what you're saying. You want me possibly to start praying about coming to be your pastor in this city? And I said, he said, yes, it's okay. I'm from Mississippi. I don't understand about the heat and the cold thing. I said, all right, I'm tracking you. What is the average temperature in the winter? And he said, well, the coldest I've ever experienced is 60 below. And I was like, okay, Lord, if you want me to go there, we'll go. We'll be obedient. Please, let it be something like Florida or South Texas. If it's not South Carolina. We'll go and be obedient, but 60 below. It's a bit much. That's like me standing on top of this thing. I like standing on it every so often, but I can't really handle it because it's still cold blowing straight up at me. So my thing is, my whole thing is, if you don't understand any of what this lunatic from the middle part of the state is saying, and he went to India and he's got to be off his rocker, you probably will still agree with that part. It's saying you must be obedient to God. Must be. What happened when you were little and you weren't taught obedient to mama? You heard those belt loops going. Or me, son, go outside and take a switch. My skin crawled out. And you suffered not being, the punishment of not being obedient. What happened to Moses? He went and lived on the backside of nowhere. What happens when you're not obedient and sin comes in, it takes over, it's everybody else's fault and mine. Getting sick. Sick. I don't know why. And God says, or my wife says, stop eating street food. I like street food. A lot. Stop eating street food and you'll stop being sick. I like street food. I stopped eating street food my second year. It took me a year to learn this lesson, Brother Keith. A year. Stop eating street food, I stopped being sick. And I was sick. I lost like 40 pounds my first year. This is my average size. I went to Virginia and put on 35 pounds. I went 2 belt loops up, 2 pant sizes up in Virginia, where they fatten you up before they send you overseas. Yes? I lost 45 pounds my first year. Came back that up. Right. Because I was obedient to my wife, I said, stop eating street food. Obedience. Being obedient to the call of God. He might be saying, hey, I don't want you to live in Brother Keith. What is the exact town that we're in? I've asked him so many. We are in Taylor. I don't want you to live in Taylor's. Or I want you to live in Taylor's, and I want you to go tell them crazy people in Greenville about you. I'm going to stand over here and take this away from all you people. He might be saying, is your neighbor down the street who is a Gamecock fan who needs to hear about Jesus, and you are a Clemson fan and you don't want to talk to him. But he's saying that you need to go love them. Tell them about it. Protect myself from all of you. You must be obedient. That's how I do the things I do. That's how Brother Keith does the things he does. And that's how John Piper does the things he does. You must be obedient to the call. You must be obedient. Now, my brothers in the back have a nice, oh, sorry. I told you that I would tell you the story behind this before we do that, so I'm going to do that. I always cry when I tell this story. And then I forget the words. That's why I have it. He said we know the words, and I forget. So my people, the Garo people here in the blue, are in our state. So way back 130 years ago, they were all headhunters. And but Keith, I'm sorry, but you have to be my guinea pig of actor man again. Brother Keith is the chief of the Garos. He has business back there in the back with people in the back. And so he has anointed an elder to take care of his crazy son. Because his crazy son has decided to follow this God that no one has ever Your brother Keith, no, elder man, you have to stay up here, because you got killed a lot of people. He has appointed to take care of his son. His son has decided to follow Jesus. His son wrote a song the night before that says, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. So the elder says, if you do not recant of this Jesus, I am going to kill your children. What did you say? No turning back. No with me. I have decided. So he kills his children. But I want to get better. It says, if you do not recant, I will kill your wife. My cross, till I see Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. Kills his wife. Wait. You do not recant this Jesus we've never heard of. This God we don't know anything about. I'll kill you. World behind me, cross before me. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. Oh, you get to stay up here with me. No more priest at the trial. The big daddy comes back, and he says to the elder, where's my son and my grandchildren? And what do you say? You say, I have killed them because he did not recant of this Jesus that no one has ever heard of. Make sure we understand the picture. Headhunter. And you can sit down. So, the chief says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my headhunter warriors out there to find the missionaries who are way back in the back, who have gone on because they haven't seen any fruit. To bring the missionaries back and tell us about this Jesus that my son died for. I had decided to follow Jesus. The Garo people now claim to be, there's two tribes of Garo people. The Garo people claim to be 90% Christian. 90% Christian. 55 to 65 million people in the Northeast. And the Garo claim to be 90% Christian. We're still less than one, anywhere between 1 to 2%. In the Northeast, Christian. What do we need in the Northeast? We need people excited about Jesus. We need people excited to tell people about it. We need to train the Garo people and the Nagas. The Nagas are everybody else. The Nagas, there's two main tribes in the district. Nagas and the Garo. I say this is the end, and we're going to watch a little video that pretty much sums up my life in India in a minute. They claim to be Christian. The Nagas claim to also to be roughly 90% Christian. But my question to every Naga leader is, you say that your people are 90% Christian. They say, yes, you're 90% Christian. I say, how many of your people are born again? Oh, no, sir, you can't ask us that question. That question is not allowed. How many people of your people are born again? And so the leaders, every church leader, every convention leader, whatever, what does they say? Well, if you ask it that way, if you qualify us that way, we're roughly 30%. Billy Graham says, used to say that 90% of the church in America is lost. So my question to all the leaders is, what are you doing to fix that? Are you teaching good Bible? Are you teaching obedience to the cross? Are you teaching that Christ went to the cross and was crucified? Being obedient to the Father for you and me. Are you teaching that? Well, no, and they hang all around. So my question to you, are you being obedient? Are you being obedient to teach those around you? Being obedient. To understand what the difference between I'm a Christian and I am one. I'm a Christian and I am one. I always ask them, so you're willing to let 60% of your population go to hell, and you won't tell them you're false. Do the math. 1 to 2% are true believers in the Northeast, and there's 55 to 65 million people. And you're willing to let 30% of them say that they're willing to let 60% of that. So that number just keeps getting smaller and smaller. Go to hell, you won't tell them that. I decided to follow Jesus. So, this